Dude, what is going
So
on?
let's talk about that, because that is our next story. And as you can see, LA is looking like a freaking war zone because of it right now. Moving on. What you are seeing is
What is
wild
going
footage of
on with
protesters
LA?
clashing with federal immigration agents and law enforcement. Rioters can be seen pelting military vehicles with rocks, as you can see from this footage, which is captured inside the vehicle. But then there's also other videos of this guy, like with a bike helmet, throwing rocks at regular cars. Although
what
they
the
are believed to
heck?
be driven by federal agents, although they wouldn't have the protection like the military vehicles do. The streets of LA can be seen burning after protesters put barricades in there and they started setting
Bro, we got GTA IRL before we got GTA 6. Dude, we got GTA IRL before GTA 6. What the heck is going on in LA?
fires to cars and trash, and some have even gone as far as storming government buildings such as this ICE detention center, launching explosives through windows and even directly at officers. Now, authorities have responded with force. They have opened fire on crowds with rubber bullets, and Trump has ordered 2,000 members of the National Guard to be
Oh my
deployed
gosh.
to LA. So, seeing all of this madness, how the hell did things get so out of control? Well, firstly,
Dude, the crazy part is that we have seen this happen so many times in movies. Almost like a prediction, almost like a foresight. We've seen this in series, we've seen this in movies like Civil War, you know that movie with Wagner Moura, for example. We saw that series. What was the name? It's with Robert De Niro. It's a really recent series. Can't remember what the name was, but I watched it as well. So we've seen this happen so many times in series and movies, and it feels like it's a foresight or a prediction. It's insane that it's actually happening right now.
you'd have to be living under
If I had seen it in The Simpsons, I would probably believe that, yeah, it's all a script.
a rock to not know that all of these immigration raids have been highly controversial in America. But it's reported that on Friday, protests broke out after widespread arrests of undocumented migrants were carried out in some Los Angeles areas. One of the major inflammatory points in particular with this incident is that arrests were
what
allegedly
the
carried
heck?
out
Why?
without judicial warrants. Now, this is according to multiple legal
And what's going on with the internet today? Everybody is filming themselves commit crimes. That is insane. Dude is just vandalizing that car. Dude, honestly, I know that there are Pacific, protests, but these videos, man, it shows that both things are happening, and the violence in these videos, they overshadow, and they harm the people who are trying to be pacific with this, because these are the videos that will go viral. These are the videos people will be talking about, because nobody really clicks on a video that has people saying peace. People want to see chaos, and that's what we're seeing. That is insane. This is definitely GTA IRL.
observers and is confirmed by the American Civil Liberties Union. However, it should be noted that the government does deny this. They say they do have warrants. They are also being accused of using unnecessary force during these raids. And also another point that has been highly controversial that has led to the situation now is that they have terminated policies like this sensitive location rule. This previously prohibited ICE agents from arresting people at schools, hospitals, and places of worship. The government's argument to ending this is that they say that those people who are in the country illegally were using these places to hide, knowing that agents weren't allowed in. Now, the protests were initially described as peaceful, but as time passed, the visuals of the violence that has emerged says otherwise. California's governor
But honestly, you have to be some kind of evil to go into a place of worship where people are there to seek peace, and you invade that place to deport people, to capture people. It's so cruel. It's like it's a help center where people go there. I don't know. I mean, even in war zones, there are some some ceasefires. But dude, going into a place of worship, dang, it's so sad. And I saw another video of a guy who was crying, a teacher who was crying because it was in a school graduation, and I think it was kindergarten, that the kids were like seeing their parents being dragged out. It, bro, what is going on?
Gavin Newsom has criticized Trump's deployment of the National Guard, saying it is purposefully inflammatory and it will only escalate tensions, while LA's mayor labeled it as completely unnecessary. Trump, however, thinks differently. He says that the governor and mayor simply cannot do their jobs, so he has had to step in order for law enforcement to be protected. Things get even crazier when you find out that Pete Hegseth said that if things continue to escalate, he will even be willing to mobilize Marines, and he's put them on high alert. Things are getting crazy, and it really does seem like you have the people on the side that truly believe this is necessary for America, and then obviously on the other side, well, we are seeing them very much disagree. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts on the situation. Put it in the comments,
That's
but
mad.
we must move on. Oh!